موديل تيست 6 النموذج السادس، وإن شاء الله نبدأ بالسؤال الأول. finish the following dialogue. أكمل هذا الحوار. سلمى is at the dentist. سلمى في عيادة الأسنان. Good morning سلمى. What is the matter? What's wrong? يا ترى إيه المشكلة يا سلمى؟ فقالت له good morning doctor my tooth hurts me. يعني سنتي بتؤلمني. قال لها open your mouth. I see. Are you fond of sweets? هل أنت مغرمة بالشوكولاتة والحلويات؟ بتاكل حلويات كتير. فقالت له yes I am. Oh that's why you have a bad tooth. فسألته سؤال قال لها no you want to take it out. فهتقول له إيه السؤال؟ will you take it out؟ حضرتك هتخلعها؟ do I need to take medicine؟ أنا محتاجة الدواء. فقال لها yes you do. take it twice every day 24 hours. كل 12 ساعة تاخدي مرة. فقالت له اوكي. أما السؤال الثاني واللي بيقول read and complete the text with words from the following list. successful, reused, tons, tens, street, reuse. every day كل يوم sounds of people آلاف الناس collect rubbish تجمع القمامة from homes and the streets of Cairo ومن شوارع القاهرة. These people collect more than 2 millions أكثر من 2 مليون طن of paper, plastic, wood, metal every year. Around 85% of this rubbish وحوالي 85% من هذه القمامة is recycled or reused. recycle or reused أو يعاد استخدامه in many different ways. This makes it one of the most successful recycling program in the world. على طول نروح للسؤال الثالث. read the following and then answer the questions. اقرأ وأجب على الأسئلة. water المياه means life تعني الحياة. It's very important in our life. We need it for drinking, washing, cooking, watering fields, and getting electricity. We should not use it carelessly. Careless people use it badly. Some of them use too much water to wash their cars. Others leave the taps open day and night. Children need to know how and when to use water carefully. Parents and teachers have to teach their children that water means our life. It can help us turn the desert into green land to grow more crops. Nowadays, modern ways of watering plants save much water. يلا نروح على السؤال الأول واللي بيقول choose the correct answer. اختر الإجابة الصحيحة. We should teach our children to be about water, to be careful. نكون مهتمين بالمية. Modern ways of irrigation much water. طبعا use ولا save ولا lose ولا waste طبعا بتوفر مياه كتير. The main idea of this passage is about the importance of water. أهمية المياه. Infer from the passage that water is very important. تعال نعلم ونشوف الإجابة بتاعتنا فين. We need water for drinking, washing, cooking, watering fields and getting electricity. طبعا ده إجابة السؤال الرابع. نروح على طول للسؤال الخامس. How can we help us grow more crops in the future؟ طبعا هتساعدنا إن احنا نزرع أكتر في الصحراء. فهنعلم على الإجابة في القطعة. helps us turn the desert into green land to grow more crops. ودي طبعا إجابة السؤال الخامس. Summarize the second paragraph. لخص الباراجراف الثاني في جملة واحدة. يلا نلخص. السؤال الرابع choose the correct answer. اختر الإجابة الصحيحة. Is a liquid used in pens or printers for writing. طبعا ده يا شباب ink الحبر. A plastic football field was used in 2018 World Cup. The word field هنا means معناها ايه؟ field طبعا ده playground. The word smashed can have the same meaning as broken. Please don't write below this ticket the antonym of below, above. The suffix forms the noun from the verb pollute طبعا ION pollution تلوث. We add the prefix to mean to do something again طبعا re يعني again. وقتنا مع السؤال الخامس واللي بيقول complete with the correct form. New roads is built تبنى وده طبعا مبني للمجهول. أصرف فيرب تو بي حسب زمن الجملة وتجيب التصريف الثالث من فعل الجملة الأساسي. He do better if he practice every day. هنا حالة أولى فهقول will والمصدر يبقى he will do better هيأدي بشكل كويس لو هو اتدرب كويس. Doing sports helps you to keep fit أو keep fit. يبقى عندنا حلين يا إما to keep fit يا إما to keep بس من غير to لأن help بيجي بعدها مصدر أو to والمصدر أو verb plus ing مع with. My grandpa used to يجي بعدها فعل في المصدر فهقول used to live. They decided decide من الأفعال اللي يجي بعدها to والمصدر يبقى هقول to clean أن ينظف. أعزائي الطلبة والطالبات السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. مرحبا بكم في درس جديد من دروس النهارده. معاكم عادل بسيوني ومستمرين مع المراجعة النهائية لكتاب المعاصر النموذج السابع صفحة 100. تعال نروح على السؤال الأول واللي بيقول finish the following dialogue. أكمل هذا الحوار. رشا is talking with نهى who is waiting for her father. رشا بتتكلم مع نهى اللي منتظرة باباها. Hello نهى, nice to see you. Hello رشا, nice to see you. What are you doing? ماذا تفعلين؟ فقالت لها I am waiting for my father. Why don't you call him? طب انت ليه ما تتصليش بيه؟ فقالت لها I left my mobile at home. انا سبت موبايلي في البيت. فقالت لها oh dear. Is he used to being late? هل هو اتعود ان هو يبقى متأخر؟ No he didn't أو no he isn't. Don't worry ما تقلقيش. I will be with you till he comes. قالت لها thank you. شكرا لك. دلوقتي جه ميعادنا مع السؤال الثاني. read and complete the text with the word from the following list. Protect, along, long, winds, provide, provides. In hot countries like Egypt في البلاد الحارة مثل مصر mangrove trees grow in the sea along the coast على طول الشاطئ. Mangrove forests provide farms and communities from يبقى protect from strong winds من الرياح القوية and storms والعواصف. They homes for plants, fish and seeds, animals. Provide. أما السؤال الثالث read the following then answer the question. ونروح على السؤال الأول أو الجملة الأولى بتقول some people say that reading is now as important as it was. Why do we read the newspaper while the latest news is brought to us hourly on TV? Why don't we read a story when we can't see a film? Television news broadcasts can certainly be attractive, but we need a newspaper as well. Some important events happen when there are no cameras around, and a newspaper doesn't just report the news. It explains what has been happening. It also contains interesting articles on many subjects. A good film has action, movement, color, and music. These are things we don't find on the printed page. But reading a story makes you imagine. Each of us imagines a story differently. So reading is useful because it is a source of information and pleasure. أما السؤال الأول, choose the correct answer. The main idea of this passage is reading is important. القراءة مهمة. Reading is very important for information and pleasure. We know the news by reading newspaper, television news, يبقى A and B. Do you think there will be printed newspaper in the future? I think no. No, I don't. Infer from the text that people prefer watching a film to reading a story. يلا نعلم في القطعة. Television news broadcasts can certainly attractive, but we need newspaper as well. طبعا دي الإجابة. وطبعا لأننا عندنا ألوان وموسيقى بيخشوا في الموضوع. A good film contains movement. دي إجابة السؤال الخامس. أما السؤال السادس, summarize the text in one sentence. لخص في جملة واحدة. Reading is important. السؤال الرابع, A is someone who works hard. طبعا ده Tyler. Is something is you don't need to plug it in, يبقى هي wireless. The synonym of comfortable is relaxing. The opposite of the verb allow, prevent, يمنع. We add the suffix to get the noun from the verb collect. على عايز النون يبقى collection. To give the opposite of the adjective popular. Popular unpopular. أما السؤال الخامس, complete with the correct form. Did he, طبعا did بتجيب المصدر. did أو didn't هات المصدر يبقى use. She an environmental scientist. If she didn't love the nature, she wouldn't be. Have you been? Have you been? I didn't send a report until I had revised it. لأن until يجي بعدها ماضي تام يبقى had revised. باسم stopped dying لأن stop يجي بعدها فعل زائد ing. موديل تيست 8. الاختبار الثامن. نروح على طول للسؤال الأول. finish the following dialogue. أكمل هذا الحوار. نبيل is meeting his friend شادي who has been to America. نبيل بيقابل صاحبه شادي واللي كان موجود في أمريكا في الفترة اللي فاتت. بدأ نبيل الكلام وقال how are you شادي؟ Where have you been؟ قال له I'm fine thanks. أنا كويس بخير. I have been to America. أنا كنت في أمريكا. سأله سؤال كانت الإجابة I traveled with my brother. أنا سافرت مع أخويا. هيقول له إيه؟ مع من سافرت؟ Who did you travel with؟ فقال له أنا سافرت مع أخويا. فقال له how was your trip؟ كيف كانت الرحلة؟ فقال له it was great أو أي صفة. it was fantastic. it was good. فقال له سؤال how long did you stay there؟ كم قضيت؟ طب يا ترى هو سايب لي الإجابة مفتوحة. خلي بالك في الإجابة قال له a month شهر. يبقى أنا لازم تكون إجابتي إيه؟ شهر. فيقول له I stayed there for a month. a month شهر. Did you enjoy it؟ استمتعت بالوقت؟ فقال له yes I enjoyed it very much. بعد كده السؤال الثاني read and complete the text with words from the following list. Our, shape, artificial, ours, locals, natural. A Nizak lake is famous all over the world. It is a natural lake. بحيرة طبيعية. It is a 3-hour drive. 3 ساعات قيادة من الغردقة. The lake is called the shooting star by locals. بالناس المحليين اللي سموها كده. Because it is a piece of a star. A meteorite fell into it. The lake is cut out of the rock and of an eye of the shape على شكل العين. أما السؤال الثالث, read the following then answer the question. Science has told us so much about the moon that it's not easy to know a lot of things about it. The moon is not a friendly place, as there is no air or water. There can be no life or any kind of living things. For mile after mile, there are many big mountains above the sun, and the stars shine in a black sky. If you move away from the mountain shadows, it will mean moving from very low temperatures into great heat. These temperatures break rocks away from the surface of the mountain. The moon is also very silent world because sound can only travel through it. From this distance, the earth is shining more than the stars. It looks like a big ball colored blue, green and brown. يلا نروح على الخيارات ونشوف السؤال الأول. There are many big on the moon. Many big mountains. The main idea of this passage is about the moon. The earth looks like a big ball from the moon. Why can't there be life on the moon? Because there is no air. Infer from the text that the moon is silent. يلا نعلم في القطعة قدامنا اهي. Sound only travel through air. ودي تكون إجابة السؤال الخامس. Summarize the text in one sentence. لخص الفقرة في جملة واحدة. There is no life on the moon. أما السؤال الرابع, choose the correct answer. اختر الإجابة الصحيحة. Is information or instructions that is sent by sound, light. ده signal الإشارة. Basim was surprised to see his old friend. He didn't to see him. He didn't expect. لم يتوقع. The synonym of the word huge. Huge يعني enormous, يعني very big. The antonym of public. Public يعني عام وعكسها طبعا private خاص. Gives the antonym of the word possible. طبعا impossible مستحيل. To get an adjective from the word wire, we add the suffix less, wireless. أما السؤال الخامس, complete with the correct form. أكمل بالصيغة الصحيحة. More and more cars are made in Japan. If our oceans keep getting warmer. لأن keep يجي بعدها verb plus ing. In the past, people didn't use to. did أو didn't هات المصدر يبقى didn't use. I haven't تصريف ثالث فأقول been. They won't be able to فعل في المصدر فأقول feed. Model test 9 مع الاختبار التاسع. ونروح على طول للسؤال الأول. Finish the following dialogue. أكمل هذا الحوار. Fahmi is talking with Tamer about some interesting animals. فهمي بيتكلم مع تامر عن بعض الحيوانات الرائعة. بدأ فهم الكلام وقال Are you interested in animals؟ وأنت مهتم بالحيوانات؟ فقال له Yes I am. فقال له سؤال كانت الإجابة عليه كان I like orangutans most. بحب إنسان الغاب أكثر. يبقى هيقول له إيه؟ أي الحيوانات تحب؟ Which animal do you like most؟ وممكن كمان يقول له What animal do you like most؟ سأله كمان سؤال كانت الإجابة عليه Yes they live in forests. يبقى ده عايز سؤال بهل، أو عفوا سؤال بكلمة استفهام تسأل عن المكان. يبقى where do they live؟ أين يعيشوا؟ فقال له في الغابات. I also like sea turtles. بحب كمان السلاحف البحرية. فقال له إيه؟ where do they live؟ فقال له in the sea. في البحر. What about you؟ طيب وأنت إيه أخبارك؟ ماذا عنك؟ بتحب إيه؟ فقال له I like bears. أحب الدببة. They live in polar habitats. I wonder how they can live there. It's very cold. وجي ميعادنا مع السؤال الثاني. read and complete the text with the words from the following list. أكمل بالكلمة الصحيحة. natural, lunar, solar, produced, produces, renewable. The energy that is produced by the sun is called solar energy. This is good for the environment because it is renewable. متجددة. This means that it comes from natural sources. أما السؤال الثالث. read the following then answer the questions. Egyptians المصريين have wonderful history in the Olympic Games. Yet we haven't won any medals since 1984 during the last Olympic Games in Greece 2004. Our athletes changed the picture. غيروا الصورة. They won 5 different medals. كسبوا 5 ميداليات مختلفة. Those medals brought smile and happiness to the people of Egypt. Egyptians and thousands went out to welcome the winners at Cairo airport. They did it because they had something to be proud of. Winning a medal in the Olympics is not that easy. ليس من السهل. It needs planning, money, and much training. We should start working for the next Olympic Games from now. بعد كده تعالى نروح على السؤال الأول واللي بيقول choose the correct answer. اختر الإجابة الصحيحة. The Egyptian athletes لاعبو القوى المصريين won فازوا medals in 2004. طبعا فازوا ب5 جوائز. The main idea of this passage is about عن إيه؟ عن the history of the Olympic Games. لا. The Egyptian athletes عن المصريين لاعبوا الإيه؟ لاعبوا القوى اللي فازوا ب5 ميداليات فين يا شباب؟ في الأولمبياد. The Olympic Games brought to the people of Egypt smile and happiness. أما السؤال الرابع. Will Egypt win more gold medals in the next Olympics? Yes, they will. Infer from the text that winning a medal in the Olympic isn't easy. تعال نعلم على الإجابة في القطعة بتاعتنا. It needs planning, money, and much training. دي إجابة السؤال يا شباب الإيه؟ الخامس. أما السؤال السادس. summarize the text in one sentence. نلخص في جملة واحدة. دلوقتي جه ميعادنا مع السؤال الرابع واللي بيقول choose the correct answer. اختر الإجابة الصحيحة. is a rock that flies through space. طبعا ده rock وسبيس a comet. I am going to give a speech. ألقي كلمة. The antonym of the word decrease is increase. عكسها. The synonym of the word remote. remote بعيد. يبقى far. Add the suffix to give the adjective from the word wood. طبعا wooden خشن. Give the opposite of the word renewable. non-renewable. أما السؤال الخامس واللي بيقول read and complete with the correct form. طه حسين was born. ولد. was born. تصريف ثالث. Those farmers would move. ليه would move؟ لأن دي يا شباب الحلقة الثانية من قاعدة if واللي بناخد فيها would والإيه؟ would والمصدر. would والمصدر. قلنا ماضي بسيط would والمصدر. have you ever لأن ever في السؤال ونيفر في النفي يبقى have you ever. I will work لأن احنا عارفين إن will والمصدر. will والمصدر. long ago camels were cold. were cold. طب ليه خليناها في الماضي؟ عشان long ago من زمان قوي يا شباب. علشان من زمان قوي لأن احنا متعودين إن الكلمات الدالة على الماضي لما نشوفها نجيب الفعل في الماضي البسيط زي إيه؟ yesterday lost ago in the past. yesterday lost ago in the past. أول ما أشوف أي واحدة من دول على طول باخد التصريف الثاني للفعل علشان الجملة تكون في الإيه؟ في الماضي البسيط. موديل تيست 10 النموذج العاشر ونروح على طول السؤال الأول finish the following dialogue. أكمل هذا الحوار. نورا is talking to توكا about global warming عن الاحتباس الحراري. فقالت لها Hi توكا what are you doing؟ ماذا تفعلين؟ فقالت لها Hi نورا I am reading a book. A book كتاب. What is it about؟ هو عن إيه؟ قالت لها It's about global warming. It's a serious problem. مشكلة خطيرة. هيقول لها إيه؟ What it is caused by. What is it caused by? It's caused by greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases? Are they dangerous? Yes, they are. Can we reduce greenhouse gases؟ ازاي نقدر نقلل المشكلة دي؟ فقالت لها by planting trees. بعد كده السؤال الثاني read and complete the text with words from the following list. Giving, looking, discovers, discovered, ancient, flooded. The stars and the planets have always been important to us. In ancient times, في قديم الزمان, people knew what time of year it was by looking at where the stars were in the sky. The ancient Egyptians المصريين القدماء discovered اكتشفوا that a star called Sirius appeared in the sky just before the Nile flooded. نروح على طول السؤال الثالث. Read the following then answer the questions. One night a man went out of his house and found a blind woman carrying a bag jar on her head. On the other hand, she was also carrying a lamp. He followed her until they arrived at a river bank. The blind came to a stop, took down her jar and filled it with water from the river. After she had done this, she returned with the full jar on her head along the way she had come. The woman told the man that she was blind and her night and day were one and the same. Also, he asked her why she carried a lamp. The woman answered that she carried a lamp not for herself, but for people who might bump it into her in the darkness and make her spill the water and break the jar. تعال نشوف السؤال الأول. Choose the correct answer. The passage is mainly about a blind woman. The man wanted to the blind woman. The man wanted to أراد أن the blind woman. عايز يشوف الست دي بتعمل إيه. The woman went to the river to fill the jar with water. And from the text the woman was smart. يا ترى ليه الست دي ذكية؟ علشان هي شايلة lamp. She carried a lamp for people who might bump her in the darkness and make the fill and spill the water and break the jar. طبعا دي إجابة السؤال الرابع. What do you think the man will do to help the woman? هيعمل إيه علشان يساعد الست؟ He will fill the jar for her. Summarize the last paragraph in one sentence. لخص الفقرة الأخيرة في جملة واحدة. The blind woman is smart. أما السؤال الرابع. Choose the correct answer. اختر الإجابة الصحيحة. Are planes that don't have any wings. طبعا دي عبارة عن helicopter. You should trust yourself. The antonym of the verb trust. Trust, distrust. When you are online, this means you are to the internet connected. He can't go anywhere. He is in his house because of the flood. He is stuck. The verb means to write again, rewrite. The suffix gives the noun of the word pollute. Pollute, pollution. بعد كده يلا نروح على السؤال الخامس. Complete with the correct form. The email sent by علي yesterday. خلاص yesterday يبقى أنا أصرف verb to be في الماضي فهتكون was والتصريف الثالث. A good student need يجي بعدها to والمصدر فهقول to study. Need to study. سما used to ride لأن used to يجي بعدها إيه؟ فعل في المصدر. What you do if you had دي في الماضي يبقى what would ماضي بسيط would والمصدر. ماضي بسيط would والمصدر. She has been sleeping all day. طب ليه sleeping؟ علشان ده مضارع تام مستمر have أو has been والفعل زائد ing. أشكر لكم طيب المتابعة والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.